Hello and welcome to NCERT's live phone-in program on Swayam Prabhas Kishore Manch channel. This is me, Shalini Singh, and you're also watching this program live on NCERT's official YouTube channel, NCERT Official. As you all know that we always come with a different topic to discuss related to education. Today we also have something different to discuss, but yes, before that I should tell you that there is a slight change in schedule. Today we are going to discuss on a new topic, different topic, that is teacher education in India, changing perspective. And for that, to give you detailed information on the same, we have invited our guest in our studio. Please welcome Dr. M.A. Sudhir, Professor UGC Emeritus, Gandhigram Rural University, Gandhigram, Tamil Nadu. Welcome, sir.
Okay.
We are going to discuss about teacher education in India. So let's discuss first, what is it? To tell something about this topic to our viewers.
As you know, the teacher education, it has a tremendous potential for the development of any nation. As rightly mentioned, the future of a nation depends upon the quality of its teachers.
Right.
The future generation is being molded by the careful teachers in their classrooms. So, if you want to have a if you want to bring up our nation to a higher level of quality and standards, it is the teachers who have to be given more attention.
Right.
So, the teacher education programs and the teacher education institution has a prominent part to play for the development of a nation.
Right, sir. So what is the need of this teacher education program?
The teacher education program actually prepares the future teachers of the country.
Right.
At various levels, especially in the school education, whether it is at the preschool education,
Right.
or at the primary level, or at the secondary level, or the higher secondary level.
Right.
The teachers, the teachers are for these courses are being prepared at the in the teacher education institutions.
Right, right.
And these teacher education programs include both the pre-service and the in-service programs. The pre-service programs are offered at the teacher education institutions. They are offered the degree that will become a qualifying degree for the teachers to enter into the profession.
Right.
But they are being prepared for the changes coming up and for their career and for their subjects. So, through the in-service programs offered by various agencies in the country.
Right, right. So, sir, this topic seems really interesting. I would like to know more about the topic. So, I've got another question for you. Like, what are the programs of teacher education at various levels you're talking about?
Yeah, we have a number of programs. I will mainly focus on the school education programs.
Okay.
And the programs being offered for preparing the teachers at the various levels in our schools. We have at present for the elementary school teachers, that is for the primary and the upper primary classes, we prepare teachers through a 2-year DLED program.
Right.
That is we have a diploma in elementary education.
Yes.
And we have for the secondary and the higher secondary education, we offer the B.Ed program through the various teacher education institutions.
True.
So, these are the major programs. One is that for the elementary school teacher education, that we prepare them through the DLED program, and for the high school sections and the higher secondary sections, we prepare them through the secondary education programs, that is B.Ed courses.
Okay, okay. So, can you highlight the recent changes taking place in the field of teacher education?
Yeah, if I pursue through the programs through the last 10 or 20 years, For a long time we had only 1 year program, that is the B.Ed was offered, or the TTC, that is known, the DLED program was known as TTC program in earlier days. That was offered only as a 1 year program in India. All over India, these teacher education institutions used to impart this pre-service teacher education program as a 1 year program. But after the Verma Commission or the Verma Committee's resolution that we change this 1 year program into a 2 year courses, because we thought that the quality and the standard of the teacher education program can be better if we can have if we extend the time for 2 years.
Okay.
So mostly it is being offered as a 2 year or 4 semester courses in the teacher education institutions today. Apart from this, we have that preparation of the teacher educators at the postgraduate level also. That is the program, MEd program we offer for the through the universities and colleges of education. That's also has become a 2 year program. Since 2014 it was a 1 year course. Now it has become a 2 year program all over India. And apart from that, we offer the MPhil programs in education and PhD programs also in education. This also has specialization in the with the teacher education institutions in India.
So what changes you see after giving 4 years to this specific program? Teacher education I'm talking about.
Yeah, because earlier we offered this only as a package or as a very comprehensive program for a year. But later on we thought that we will strengthen this program by introducing some of the components which is very much essential for organizing a teacher education program. First thing is, we wanted to give them knowledge about the foundation courses. When you organize a teacher education program, we have to understand the learner, we have to understand the way he is going to learn and all. So from that point of view, we have introduced the that is the foundation courses. The second aspect is we also wanted to introduce this pedagogical courses. That is the teaching learning process for each subject. What type of teaching learning programs or teaching learning process we have to take it up in the classroom. That may vary from level to level, from one level to another level, from subject to subject also. The pedagogical perspectives may differ.
Yeah.
So that is the second component.
Right.
And another point we want to, or the third component also we wanted to strengthen through the 2 year program. That is, we wanted to give more practice to this that internship in teaching. That is school experience. Earlier it was only hardly for a month or two that we used to offer the the school experience program.
Right.
But now after the 2014 NCT norms, we have brought it into a 100 days or even for one semester. We are sending the students for the school internship programs.
Right.
So the school internship, of course, they should be prepared in the teacher education institutions as a pre-internship program. Then they have to be given these practice lessons in these schools, and they have to take part in all the programs in the schools during that period of time. And also we have to see the effectiveness of this internship program through proper evaluation of these practice sessions. So that's the major part. We have made it into 3 components when we organize this 2 year teacher education programs in India now.
Right.
Of course.
Right. So can you please throw some light on the components, major components of teacher education?
Yeah, as I already mentioned, the major component if anyone wants to become a teacher, the first thing he should know about the child or the learner. When he walks into a class, he should know the learners whom is going to teach, or who are going to be with him for his career. Right. So knowing the learner is a basic thing. That's why we should know about the about the psychology or about the social surroundings, or the social aspects, or the community from which your students are coming to the school and all. So even we should know about the learning demands, or the learning problems of the child also. A teacher should know very well. And the second thing is, it's not only the learner, the teacher should be competent enough to teach the content matter. He should have a thorough knowledge about the subject which he is going to teach.
Right.
That's why even in the in the later programs, we are giving ample opportunities for the teachers to strengthen their knowledge base about the subject.
Okay.
Even now we are envisaging a 4-year integrated program as a multidisciplinary institution. There also the content or the subject part will be strengthened. So a teacher should have the current knowledge of the subject in which he is going to teach, or he is going to prepare his children. So that's the most important thing. But beyond the the content knowledge, a good teacher should know how to impart that knowledge to the children.
Right.
So there he needs the pedagogical, he should know the pedagogy. He should have this pedagogical skills. That he should use various pedagogical techniques to impart that content to the students. This pedagogical skills that it can be relative. First thing is, it has to vary with the level or the age of the child. So we have to use more of an activity based method at the school classes of the elementary school classes. But when they go into higher levels, at the higher secondary level, we can have more abstract thinking models in the pedagogical mode. Then another one is we can even make use of various modern methods also, modern pedagogical techniques also, to reach or to impart the children in the classroom, or even outside the classroom.
Right.
We can have a flipped model where the children take the learning at their home, and they will come and start discussing about their in the classroom. So that various pedagogical models we have developed. So and the pedagogical models also will be changing. Earlier we were having more of a trial and error or a behavioristic models, but now we are imparting the lessons more through the constructivist or the post-constructivist models, where the children are getting more activities, or they are getting involved in the learning process by themselves. So these type of modern pedagogical methods, they take us to the learner-centric methods. That a learner is more active, and we are more oriented to the learners for imparting the knowledge. And we keep that knowledge learning is a treasure within the child. Right. So he has the ability to activate his knowledge, and the teacher only will has to facilitate, or he has to support or guide the child to. Earlier models we were using were more of teacher dominated. Right. Or it was known as the either it was a teacher centered models, where it was more of a lecture or a demonstration from the part of the teacher. Right. And the teachers the learners were more of a they were very recursive, or they were non-participative in that learning process. Yes. But now we are changing that classroom pattern also. It is more of a participative, learner centered methods we use. Again, now we are able to take the advantage of technology. We are able to integrate the technology, and we are making this techno-pedagogy or techno-pedagogy into our classroom.
What is this
a teacher
techno?
that techno-pedagogy, you can have that pedagogy that you can impart that pedagogy through using the technology.
Okay.
That ICT has become a great boon to our teachers. They can make use of the ICT.
Right.
So they can bring that even now you can use the softwares and all in the classroom.
Right.
Or we have a method of teaching which has been imparted elsewhere that we can take up and use it in the classroom. Okay, so only we have to adapt and we have to make the teachers proficient in that techno-pedagogy, so they can make use of this techno-pedagogy. So I will admire if our teachers have not only we have to have that content, pedagogy and technology integration. Right. They should be highly versatile in their, or they should be highly competent in their content or the subject matter, and they should know the right type of pedagogy, and then they can integrate the content pedagogy into the ICT.
Right.
So that will become a very good. I think this is going to be the basis of our smart classrooms in the future world.
Yes.
So India, all the schools should have the basic facilities for the teachers to, and also the teacher education courses should prepare them for using the ICT, integrating it with the with their pedagogy, and to make use of the right type of or the advanced type of knowledge to the children.
Okay. So
any more?
I have a question. I mean, I'm interested to know if you have any experience that you want to share in the conduct of teacher education.
Yes, I have. I was in the field for more than 42 years now, right now. I started my career in Mizoram, in Northeast India, and then I shifted to Arunachal, then to Shillong, then I was teaching in in Gandhigram, that is Tamil Nadu, and now of course in Kerala also.
How many years you have dedicated?
Almost 42 years I was in this profession, and I found teaching is the same, everywhere, and a teacher is looked upon by the students the same way all over.
Right.
So, but I have seen many of our deficiency in teaching that they directly influence the students also. Unless you have the better classroom and unless we are having prepared properly, that may affect our profession also, that affect our students also, their knowledge also. So a competency of that I will say that professional competency of the teacher is very important. He should be professionally competent, but beyond that he should be humane also. He should have even I will say scientific humanism. Humanism should be there. He should be humane. He should know the student. He should empathize with his children in the classroom. He should understand each and every child in the classroom, and he should modulate his lessons according to the needs of his children.
Right.
So I have found during these years, students come from different backgrounds.
Right.
They come from with the different levels of knowledge, and they have different aspirations in the life. So a teacher should understand this, the future needs or even the educational demands of the children.
Right, true. So as I know that we all know that education is not possible without teachers, neither without teachers nor without students. Both are important. So here I would like to know, how can you improve the involvement of the students in this teacher education course? Yeah,
that first thing is for the teacher education, I will say we should we should have very good teacher education institutions.
Right.
That when we prepare the teachers, they should be given a very very outstanding or they should a teacher should possess all what is required for a good career. He should be prepared during that 2 years or during the teacher education program. And finally, he should be inducted also into the teacher education program in such a way. When he joins a school or in a college as a teacher, he should understand what is his role, how he has to adjust with his peers and all. So that and his status and profile also should be very high. The teachers, they should see that the teacher is is going to be a future builder of the nation. So he should be given much attention, and he should get all the facilities in his for his profession, and his he should get a chance for his own development, that is his own personal or career development. That teacher development program or teacher empowerment program should also come up. Then only that the teachers can become highly competent, and they should we can expect a lot of professional commitment from them.
We have received a question from one of our viewers. She's Manu. She's asking, role of teacher in changing perspective. What is the role of teacher in changing perspective? I mean, we have already discussed about a bit, but she wants to know more.
What Manu has asked is
Manu is asking
that I know that the role of a teacher in changing the perspectives.
Right.
Isn't it?
Role of teacher in changing perspective.
In changing perspective. See, a teacher should not become only a facilitator in knowledge. When we take up a teacher, a student comes to him with a lot of what you can say. That student is going to depend upon that teacher. But now we have to say that the student is also having multiple channels of knowledge. It is not only the teacher who is giving the knowledge. Earlier days it must be the teacher.
Only classroom teaching.
Classroom teaching. But we have so many other channels, all multimedia is there that gives the knowledge, or that even how to practice that knowledge is also given much by the by so many sources. But here a changing perspective is there, that a teacher should not consider that he is the only person who is going to impart the knowledge. All the knowledge is dependent upon them, or they have to, he should not be rigid in his approaches when he is dealing with his students. Secondly, it is his duty also to expose these children to various various experiences, or I will say the experiential type of teaching is very much needed. They have to have the various sources of experiences, so that teacher should facilitate that experiences, and also the teacher should be a scaffolder that they can depend, students can depend upon the teacher. Even if they are going wrong and all, he will bring them to the track. So that way. And then thirdly, that he should also profess or bring up the right type of values and the right type of even I say behavior and all in the classes. So ultimately I will say that is the challenge of the teacher, is to become a role model. You have to become a role model to the students, and that role model, that may change the student, but at least at that point of time the students have a role model in his teacher. Okay, if we can take that to that level, that's not happening nowadays. Teachers will only they will get bound by a few lessons and impart some knowledge. Beyond that, they will not attend to the child. And even not only the basic skills, but also the professional skills and even the life skills also should be imparted to the students by the teacher.
Very nice.
Okay, it is not that I am making you prepare only for a classroom or for a public examination, but the future of the child also. we have to look
Preparing
into
it for
that.
the future, yes.
So that teacher should know the life skills and all. What is needed to face the challenges for a student. So a teacher has a lot of things to do in this to bring this new perspective
Right.
for the student's life.
Right.
So,
There are so many students who are so intelligent. So I have a question like how to attract those better students in teaching education?
yeah, this is I have found for my last 42 years. Only the students only, I do not know whether the bright students are coming to the teaching profession. But of course, the teacher education and the teacher, we are getting very good teachers, and
Right.
India can boast that we have the best type of teachers in the world. But beyond that, it is time now we have to think that when we offer this teacher education program for 2 years or for 4-year programs and all, we are thinking about launching this 4-year program. It is necessary that we should attract the best brains to the teaching profession.
Right.
That is the bright students, or even we should try to attract the best ones to the teaching profession.
Right.
Why they go to a medicine or to an engineering? If we can give the same type of status and the same type of a profile we can bring for the teachers, we can attract the younger generation. The best generation
True.
will come and join the teacher education program, and we will get the best the best scholars to take care of our future generation. This is happening in Finland and all. They say that the most difficult course to get an admission is a teacher education program. Okay, but that is the reverse order in India. That this state should go there and all, and they are best paid also. The teachers, when they come out of that for their profession, they are well paid, and their status and profile is very high, so that everybody is being attracted to the teaching profession.
Right.
The better ones or the brighter ones will come to it. But I don't say that that we should ignore the those who are needy or those who are aspiring to become a teacher. Of
Right.
course, they can walk into this profession very well.
Right, sir.
Okay.
I wish and I hope that this teacher education has a very bright future. And of course, so I would like to ask how you imagine this teacher education after 20 years. What is the future?
Yeah. Okay, that's a very good question. Because I think I am at the fag end of my career and my life, but I will dream that if India has to have a bright future, we should better take care of the teacher education, and we should have the better facilities in teacher education institutions. We should offer very qualified programs. That we should strengthen these programs in our teacher education institutions.
Right.
The facilities should be there, and we should attract the best students for this teacher education program. Even if it is coming as a 4-year integrated program, the products which are coming out of the 4-year integrated program should be the best, the best products. So if you get a better teacher, we can bring up the quality and standard of education at all levels, whether it is a primary school level or pre-primary school level or primary school level, secondary school level, or even at the collegiate level or at the research. If you lay foundation in a better way, and if you have better teachers, they will take care of the children very well or the students very well, and we have a better future generation. So
Okay.
that's what, and I hope and wish teacher education has got a very bright future in India.
Right, sir.
Let us hope so.
Yes, I hope so too. So, well, thank you so much, sir, for joining us. It was really nice talking to you, Dr. Sudhir, and thank you for joining us and giving us your valuable time. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you very much. You have anchored it very well.
Thank you so much. Well, viewers, I would like to say that if you have any queries, questions or suggestions regarding this program, you can mail us on ciet.kishormanch@gmail.com. For now, signing off. Namaskar.